Control your emotions. Be a cold, hard realist. Guys, this is what you've got to do if you want to get ahead in life, in any area of life at all. So obviously we're talking dating here, but equally we're talking business, we're talking your job, we're talking your social life, politics, any area that you're in. You need to fall back on rationality, okay? Now listen, I'm re-recording this video because of terrible technical issues that happened when I recorded it yesterday. So, I pushed the boat out for you guys. I hope you are very grateful. But anyway, look, we're going to get into the topic. Before I do, I just wanted to say that my course, which is called Charisma and Dating Academy, which is going to be out at the end of April. So there's an enrollment period of 5 days. It starts on April the 30th and the enrollment period runs through until May the 4th. So you need to be ready for it. In order to get more information, go to my email list below because all the details will be in there. Anyway, that's enough of the plugging. Let's crack into the topic for today. So look, you've got to control your emotions, right? And I get people coming to me the whole time and they're talking about different situations they're in. They're seeing this girl. They're sort of like, oh, I don't know if I should be with her or if I shouldn't be with her. Maybe they're in a job they don't really like and they're like, oh, should I be doing this job? Should I be doing something else? I can't make my mind up, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, right, you need to employ rationality. That is the only thing that's going to see you through. Now, Robert Greene talks about this in his, I say new book, it came out a year or so ago, but relatively new book, The Laws of Human Nature. If you haven't read it yet, I would highly recommend it. It's awesome, as all of his books are. And right at the beginning of that book, he talks about this very issue of rationality stroke emotionalism. And what he says, in a nutshell, is that people who are able to give their rationality preference over their emotionalism tend to do better in life. That's kind of just what it comes down to. People who are led by their emotions tend to get screwed over in life, and those who don't tend to thrive and succeed. So you need to be on the side of those who are able to put emotion to one side and to be rational instead. So how do you do it? Well, it's not easy, right? And if it was easy, then I guess we'd all be doing it and I wouldn't be making this video. But it's not easy, but it is possible. And the way to get there, or the way to start to steer yourself in the right direction, right, is to make a decision that that's what you're going to do. You're going to make a firm decision in your head. I am no longer going to be swayed by emotion. I am now going to make the big life decisions that I need to make on the basis of rational logic, I should say. Because, that's what you need to do. You know it intellectually. So now you need to follow through in terms of, your actual activity in the world. You need to just make sure that you're living up to that particular ideal. So every time something comes up where there's a choice to be made, where there is a conflict of interest, where there's a dilemma of some sort of situation, at first you're going to be drawn by the emotional. You're going to be led astray by the emotional, if you like. You're going to think, well, I really like this person, I want to stay with them. Or you're going to be thinking, well, I kind of hate my job now, but I feel like I should stay with it because they've been really loyal to me and I feel like I should be loyal to them, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're allowing emotion to cloud your judgment. And what you need to do is take some time away, just get away from the situation, go away on your own for a bit and sit down and just logically look at that situation and just very, very coldly and rationally think, well, what am I getting out of this? Am I getting what I want out of this? Am I getting what I need out of this? And if the answer is no, then ultimately you know what you need to do. You know that you need to break away, that you need to go and do something else. You need to, find somebody else. You need to get into a different situation. You are not in the right situation. And so by controlling your emotions and by looking at it with cold, hard realism, you're able to realize that. And then you need to make a second promise to yourself. And that promise is that you will follow through in these important decision-making areas on what is rational and what is logical. And that is perhaps the trickiest part. But you need to just be very firm with yourself. And you need to say to yourself, look, in order for me to have a better life over the long term, it might be that I need to take some short to medium term hits. The blogger Black Dragon talks about this a lot, actually. He talks about, how does he put it? He talks about being unhappy short term to be happy long term. And most people do the opposite of that. Most people are happy short term, but then end up unhappy long term. And you've kind of got to do the opposite of that. You've got to be prepared to take the hit emotionally for that short term period so that in the end things work out better for you. As I say, it's not easy, but the first step is to make that decision that that's what you're going to do. And the second step is to resolve within yourself that you're going to follow through and take action when you've looked at something rational and when you can see what the logical choice is. Okay, I hope you found that interesting and useful. Leave me a comment below. Do give me a like on the video, hit subscribe and notifications so you're kept up to date with all of my latest content. As I say, Charisma and Dating Academy is opening on the 30th of April for just 5 days until May the 4th. If you want more information on that, join my mailing list. The link is below. And also join my VIP members area on Patreon. I give 2 exclusive videos on there per week to VIP patrons, and I will be giving those guys some information about the course before it's released to the public. So get on board with that as well. And I hope that this was useful, and we will speak again very soon. Bye-bye.